Now who wanna move close enough? Now who wanna move out of? If you got stripes and you let the city know you rock 'em, yeah, we got 'em, yeah, we fought 'em. Like that black and orange up on 'em, finger on 'em, never stop it. To the beast and know 'em. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes, flossing on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen, we gon' show the world.
What's up, everybody? This is Ted Karras for the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cincy Hat, and you're watching Bengals and Brews.
Yeah! Yeah! Oh, that was my Ted impersonation from the past game. Sorry to the podcast listeners, everybody else's volume, but I had to do it, you know.
Is there a cat dying?
No, that was my Ted impersonation.
I know.
It was probably that bad. Damn, I'll do better, Ted.
Oh, look at fucking Greg's Joe fucking Flacco shirt. I like it, bro.
Where can you get one of those at?
Hey, we'll get this out of the way. Proud Chop Shop, proud sponsor of the show. Also, Midwest Best Barbecue, another proud sponsor. Speaking of Midwest Best, I stopped by there today to get some Dillinator wings. You know why? In honor of Corey Dillon's, the all-time leading rusher, Ring of Honor member. Happy birthday, Corey Dillon.
Happy birthday, Corey. And I think he's in town this weekend, man, for the game.
Yes, he is. For the Ring of Honor game, he is.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, you big old stud.
Yeah, happy birthday, Corey. God damn it.
I got your meat at Midwest Best, Corey.
That's right. Greg got your birthday meat. Greg is packing your birthday meat, Corey.
No, I'm sure it's just what he wants.
Yeah.
You know what? I got some left in the fridge. I'll be right back, so I'll chew it on live show.
Are you guys surprised they didn't do the Ring of Honor game this past Thursday in the evening?
Yeah, I would have thought it would have been.
I wonder what the reasoning behind that was to throw it in on a day game. But,
we don't want to do it against the Steelers, especially probably give them any motivation of they're celebrating these guys because they think you suck. That's the only thing I could come up with.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Corey, I love your meat, man.
Look at that.
Greg loves Corey's meat.
Yeah.
Right off the
yesterday came out that Logan Wilson has requested a trade. What are our thoughts on that, Chop?
No. Sir, can I have a trade? No. Listen, if we get some kind of a player, look, if some kind of fucking weird shit happens in Ahmed Gardner once, then they want to trade like CTB and Logan Wilson for Sauce or some crazy kind of trade like that. Yeah, but other than that, I don't think our trade value is going to get anything more than a late round pick on the third day. And so, no. I mean, the value here is more. He played, 39 snaps last game or something like that. So he still has value for us. Worth more than what we would get is my feeling.
Yeah, I imagine a fifth through seventh round pick at the best, and even that, who knows?
Yeah,
I'd rather do it for a player. Give me a player.
Yeah, but that just don't happen too often. But
I know.
What are your thoughts, Dustin?
Yeah, it just kind of went off without a whimper. You know what I mean? It kind of the story broke, kind of talked about it a little bit, and today it's no one's really even paid attention to it. My personal thoughts on it, I'm very disappointed. You are a captain of the team. The timing is really odd. To what Chop was just saying, playing more percentage of the snaps last week. Nonetheless, I do think this probably spells somewhat of the end for Logan Wilson after this year. I don't think anything happens this year from a depth perspective. Trying to look at his cap breakdown, it looks like next year there's a dead cap hit of what it looks like $9 million. I don't think it's a terrible contract, whatever we decide to do with it for next year. So yeah, I just it is what it is, man. I think they're trying to work in the young players, obviously. They see a lot of upside in Barrett Carter, see a lot of upside in D Knight. As some of these contracts start to hit with the Chase and Burrow, you're going to need to be younger and cheaper in other areas. And I think that's part of it too.
Yeah, I'm with you. I was disappointed because he's the captain. Yeah. And his snaps was back up to 50%. I mean, he had a good pass breakup in the fourth quarter. It's dude, they're still putting you in there in critical moments and counting on you as a leader. he was back at practice, so I assume it's just whatever. You know,
yeah. I mean,
they're probably like, we want to go win this game, but I will be curious to see how many snaps he gets. How much do they trust to put him out there when he's wanting to be traded? I mean, I know he's a professional and you would expect him to go out there and still give it his all, but would he be like, I kind of want traded. Maybe I'll hold up on this. I don't want to get in the mix here and risk an injury. I'm just saying that could be in the back of a guy's head. You would hope not, but you just never know. And I'm not saying he's that type of guy, but also I didn't think he would be the type of guy to request a trade coming off a big win when we're still trying to get in the playoff picture. I just really a little surprised by it, honestly. Ranger said, yeah, obviously he'd love Sauce, but it's probably more reasonable to think like Logan Wilson for Tariq Woolen if you're thinking another corner to get in here. And we kind of talked about that of trading CTB and Tariq Woolen, something like that. But yeah, if Logan wants out and requests a trade, apparently CTB is probably going to be active this week. Zach likes how he responded in practice. I know he's out there with some of the special teams units, so you hope so. And I don't know his reasons. I would assume it's just, hey, he thinks he should be out there all the time. Jerry is my guess, but
probably, yeah.
Just didn't really make a lot of sense to me, if I'm being honest, because although we've seen trades historically in NFL or trade requests due to playing time, I don't know if it's that super common. It's more of a contractual thing. So it's kind of like one of those things where I just don't know what the leverage is, what the play there is. Kind of came out of left field. I think that would be like playing time. You just have a conversation. I don't get it. It just doesn't make any sense to me, to be honest. So
yeah, it is what it is. And we'll see if anything happens or if they're just going to say, well, we're not doing it. We'll consider after the season, but it is what it is. I mean, Zach kind of brushed it off. And it's like, well, he's still part of the team. So and we expect him to go out there and perform. And that's what it is. So until something changes, we'll talk about it more if he gets traded. But other than that, it's one of those. Greg is deep throating the fucking bone over here. It's very fucking distracting.
Right.
Not the first time he's deep throated a bone either, I'm sure.
Hey, man, look, the way I raise myself is there's starving people around this world. You get every piece of that meat you can off the bone. So.
Yeah, that's what the whores say on the corner when they're making their money, too.
Yeah.
All right, I'll stop.
Got to make that money. But yeah, we faced the Jets at 1:00. I went on a Jets show with Boy Green and Woody. Those guys were fun.
Great
went
show.
On there yesterday. I know Dar said he was going to chat in the comments. I put, hey, pop in and chat. And I wondered why no one even said a comment of like, hey, Dale, you look pretty or anything. I was a little disappointed, feeling bad. And then Darth told me afterward they had the chat set to subscribers only. I won't do that to you guys. I won't make you subscribe to our channel to chat, but to each their own. But you guys chat away. We love it. We love the interaction. And that's free. Just like Chop's Butthole. It's free.
It's true. It's true. It's not only free, but every once in a while on the third Friday of every month, it actually pays you money. Yeah. I mean, you have to stick around for details on that, kind of filtered here and there, but go ahead.
But yeah, so initial thoughts on the game. Like I told him, I don't overlook anybody. It's the Jets. They're winless. I mean, the Wody guy, he just sounded done, dejected. He was like, good luck. And I usually say that in jest, but I mean it. Like, I don't care. The season's over. Like, Sauce Gardner is out. Garrett Wilson is out. I mean, that's two of the best players on that team, a team that's 0-7 already. On paper, there's no reason to lose, but you can't overlook anybody. And I think if you get out to a fast start, you punch them in the mouth, you feel good about it. But you let them hang around, you let Breece Hall get that run game going. We're missing tackles. They're right in this thing. And, if we turn the ball over like we did in Minnesota, that's how you fucking lose games. Minnesota looks awful with Carson Wentz. But, hey, 5 turnovers, you have no chance in hell to see how bad Carson Wentz could have really been in that game. So, initial thoughts on the Jets matchup, and we'll start with you this time, Dustin, and then go up to Greg and work back to the beautiful man in the top corner, Chop.
That's what I was saying like a couple weeks ago, when our record was like 2-4. How many 2-4 teams and their fans are like, hey, we're a couple plays away, a couple there. If you actually look at some of the Jets games, they've been in it. So yes, they're not a good team, but they're also like, they're not as bad as they look as well. Like their offense is pitiful, right? Like they have no weapons. They've been able to unlock Mason Taylor a little bit, but it's more in kind of garbage time. Their offensive line has been kind of a mess. Mimbu's playing really well at right tackle. Obviously the quarterback play, we're Buckeyes, Justin Fields. I can't believe what's happened to him. Well, I can and can't. That's a discussion for another day.
Play for Ohio State.
Yeah. I think, but this is a classic. So if you were looking at the team as a whole, the Bengals versus the Jets, it's like, okay, we're playing this 0-17, but then the offensive line is like, nah, bro, we're in for a meat grinder. And I think that's like what gets lost in the NFL a lot of times is the talent somewhat aligned, but then there's different positional groups that have harder matchups. So like if you go to, our offensive line and like talk to us about the Jets, they're probably not even thinking they're 0-17. They're looking at the defensive line and like, we got a war on our hands. And then we have favorable matchups. So I think that happens a lot in the NFL. Whereas like individual like position groups have their own battles on the field against teams that maybe don't have the best record, but they have good units. So that's something to look out for against the Jets. They can cause some disruption. Defensively, kind of up and down. I would say like it's a defense that you should be able to move the ball on still. I think it's a secondary that's obviously banged up. I think one of their linebackers or maybe their nickelbacks is questionable too, so he might be a little banged up. So again, kind of similar to the game plan against the Steelers. Use your weapons, get the ball out to Chase, get the ball out to T. Higgins, maybe use Fan a little bit in the middle of the field, get the ball out quick with Flacco, keep it simplistic, use your weapons, and like you said, Dale, get out to an early lead.
I mean, I had a whole plan of the direction this is going, and Greg flips himself. Like, good job, Greg.
I didn't do anything. I saw a bug on my screen. That's all I was trying to do.
Oh, look what you did. Greg with his damn bug flipped Dustin to the top.
I saw a bug on my screen.
All right, Greg. No, still your turn. Initial thoughts. We'll get into key matchups, but just initial thoughts on the game, and obviously on paper we should win, right?
Well, But to quote one of us in honor of Halloween, come up to quote one of my favorite Halloween movies, Zombieland, Double Tap. When you kill a zombie, you got to kill it twice. So don't shoot it. People acting like I'll just shoot them once. You're fine. You got to make sure. Do not take this game as a walk in the park. I don't care. I know Sauce is now not playing. I know Wilson's not playing. I don't give a shit. That makes me. I get nervous for the games we're supposed to win because these are should wins. If we say, for example, we lose this Jets game, can we agree that Steelers win means absolutely nothing, literally?
No, I mean, yeah, it means jack shit at that point, right? Like
exactly. So treat every game like it's a playoff game or it's a must-win game to keep your hopes alive. I don't care. I don't want people getting cocky. Like, all right, don't get penis-y. Don't get penis-y.
Okay, don't get penis-y. That's the motto for this week. The Jets' defensive ranks, they're 16th, so they're middle of the pack. We'd love to be 16th. Now, their offense has been horrible, but if you look at their passing defense, that's kind of why they're rated so high. They had the 9th passing defense, but like we just talked about, their best corner is Sauce Gardner, and he was playing some really good football the last couple of weeks is what those guys were saying specifically that were Jets fans, so I'm obviously going to take their word at it on that. So, but yeah, no Sauce Gardner. I mean, they did trade for Jarvis Brownlee, who's looking pretty good. Brandon Stevens, I believe, was he with the Ravens? Is that who it was?
Yeah.
And the Bengals absolutely torched him last year. And then they got Michael Carter II in the slot, who's, he's mediocre slot corner, middle of the pack kind of guy. Their run defense is 22nd. It's something you would think would be a little better. So can we run the ball? But also we should be able to throw the ball a little more, regardless of them being 9th ranked, with Sauce out, especially going at Brandon Stevens. So, I mean, there's just literally no excuses, but it is the NFL. So I don't want to be like, oh, the Jets have no chance. We're going to win by 20, all that. It's the NFL. Games are always tight. You just got to get out to that lead and keep your foot on the gas, right? Like, don't play any different than you did against the Steelers. Play with that same mentality, backs against the wall, got to score every time out there, and hope the defense makes some plays, gets some turnovers, because that's really about all they've been able to do. They haven't actually stopped anybody. I'm still worried about Breece Hall in the run game, for them on their side of the ball when they have the ball against our defense, because our defense just looked rough. It's so many missed tackles. It's guys just busting open for 10, 20-yard chunks at a time in the run game, and that'll kill you. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Also, the whole bye thing, which they asked if that was real, it is real. That was a Jay Morrison stat. We've lost like 9 in a row coming off of our mini bye on like a Thursday game to playing the following Sunday. So we got to break that because that is fucking atrocious, and that's what we're facing this Sunday.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, everybody's like you said it, Dale. You said games we're supposed to win. Who the fuck are we supposed to win against? We're goddamn 3-4, and we had one fucking game. One fucking game. And listen, I also think we should win this game. But who the fuck are we to sit here and go, it's only the Jets? It's only the fucking Bengals, too. The podcast in fucking New York you're on's probably saying the same goddamn thing. It's only the Bengals with an old man quarterback who had one good game.
Well, they have Flacco, so they respect the Flacco.
Yeah, they do. I'm just saying, like, man, this is still a prove-it game to me. And we got fucking caught up overlooking the Jets before. And the guy that fucking quarterbacked that shit, we just kicked off our own team, Mike White. So I ain't fucking going into this game. And even people putting in the chat, man, you know I'm fucking superstitious. I ain't a little stitious. I'm superstitious. I ain't fucking throwing no shade towards the Jets because just kind of game that we're going to come out and fuck up. I don't think we will. I got faith in our boys. I'm just saying this is the way my mind works, man. Like,
in the NFL, you should have that same mentality for every week.
Yes, these are all NFL players. They're not. It's not fucking college. You know, it's the NFL.
Thank you, Chop. Thank you. Fucking thank you, Chop.
Yeah. You don't rest easy in the NFL until it would be nice on Sunday, despite saying all that. Yeah. We get some crazy lead and we just kick back in the second half.
I would love it, but you know.
We haven't had one of those for a while. When's the last one we had? The Lions in 2021 when we were up like 28-0 in the first half or something.
I mean, I remember like that Ravens game, and I don't remember when that was. Yeah. That could have been 21 or 22, where Joe had almost 500 yards. That was a fun day. But T-Bones, you're right. Dark did look awesome. He looked like a member of ICP. Look at this guy at the whiteout.
Oh yeah,
ICP.
Right.
Fuck the world.
He's a juggalo.
Yeah, man. Juggalo Darth. Love it.
Juggalo Darth.
I had to snag that picture and bring it up real quick.
Juggalo Bengal.
We got some artistic fans.
Hey,
autistic as well.
Autistic. Yeah. That's all ICP.
hey, but Chop, before we get on, Chop, I gotta give you a shout out, man. I gotta give flowers deserved. I was looking at the top defensive rookies in the NFL. 3 of the top 5, Chop, you were high on, big time.
I mean, I wanted a linebacker, so 2 of them are linebackers, and we just got the 3rd linebacker in line. But I feel like maybe Barrett Carter should have been the 3rd linebacker in line. He's been playing pretty good, right?
Chop, but even Maury, Chop, you were high on. Remember, I went back and forth on Maury and Starks, and I said it was Starks.
Bro, come on.
You stood your ground, man.
I don't want to play the what could have been. I love me some Nick Manware and Jihad Campbell, but
I was going to say, if we're playing that game, I still would have taken Jihad Campbell, and then that would have opened up your second round to take somebody besides Knight.
Yeah. Tate Ratledge?
Yeah. And then third round, Xavier Watts.
Yep. Oh, Xavier Watts.
Stop it.
If we're playing the coulda, woulda, shoulda game, and honestly, a lot of fans would have that would have been the fans draft with how things fell. Jihad Campbell in the first at linebacker, Tate Ratledge at right guard in the second, and then the third, you snag Xavier Watts at safety back there. Like, ooh, buddy, we'd be cooking with gas. But
God damn it, Dale.
That's why it's so important for obvious reasons to Shamar Stewart to make an impact. Like, I don't expect him to be all world this year, but we have to find a guy opposite Trey Henderson that can produce some pressure. And we need one of these defensive ends that we've spent draft capital on in the first round to hit. If you don't, that's just like your defense is going to be spinning because now we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. And I think our defense will improve as the season goes on. Yeah. But let's say close our eyes and it's next year. We're in a bad spot if none of these guys develop. Like, we're kind of starting way over again. You know what I mean? Like, it's a complete rebuild of the defense because at that point, Murphy hasn't hit. At that point, CTB, if he doesn't come along, that's out the door. Shamar Stewart, second year. You give him a little leeway still, but you need some of these guys to start making some impact or I'm
Yeah.
scared of the shape of the defense going into next year.
How about
right?
one?
And as we saw by the free agency class, like you can't rely upon free agency either to build your defense. You can pluck a few guys here or there, but for the most part, like, yeah, one of these guys got to hit. Long story short.
You can't. Sometimes you can grab a guy really late in free agency, and he can look really good at his natural position at left guard, named Dalton Reisner. And then it's like, well, back to the bench you go, sir. And I get
What
that
was
you
the
want
point?
to play Fairchild, but man, I ride the hot hand. I ride the experience, the veteran out there. It's made Orlando Brown look better too. And I know Flacco's getting the ball out quick, so you hope it's just like, hey, Fairchild will look good when he's back out there. But what's it hurt to let him sit on the sideline and learn a little bit why Reisner's playing at a high level? And then if he struggles in any game, boom, you're in there, buddy. But I don't know. What would you do in that situation, Greg? And then Chop will ask you the same thing there.
We had the stock, Dale, like you said. If we were losing, then this would make all sense. But like you say, maybe they see him as the better, but you say you play who has the hot hand. I know it's just one game only, but I'm sorry. That was prime time against a top-notch defense. To me, that is no coincidence. Stick with the hot hand. I don't care if it's I don't care if it's a 19-year-old or a 49-year-old. Play who has the hot hand right now. I'm not going against Fairchild. I still think he's got a decent future. I know he's like the top-rated rookie guard. I don't give a shit. Risner kicked ass, like you just said, Dale, made the whole line a lot better. Stick with who's got the hot hand. That's like the Reds, what they normally do, take a pitcher out who's having 6 or 7 solid innings. Oh, let's put a relief pitcher in for him.
I played Risner and Patrick. Rivers is, he's struggling.
Is Patrick Field? Is he ready?
I think if we're having our best 5, we have Risner at left guard and Patrick at right guard.
Yeah, I don't disagree. At minimum, I would say play Risner and maybe on a short leash or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Although I don't know what the leash would be like to put Dylan Fairchild back in there, which I do believe he's going to be a great left guard one day. But it ain't one day yet. And old man Joe's bones ain't green. So let's keep him upright. You know what I mean? So I agree that they should keep Risner in there, but it doesn't fucking matter what I say.
Yeah. Well, for me, I'd probably also play both veterans, but it feels like the Twilight Zone a little bit, because how many times did we all say, even like, you need to play the young guys. You got to let these guys play so they develop. So I do get it, and we have said that. But if there's one position that historically they struggle, especially in their first year, it's offensive line. The offensive linemen struggle in a transition to the NFL. So, like, your guards, they're probably not going to play great. And it's just like, when you have to win, like the Bengals need to at 3-4 now and stay above water, I would be okay with playing the veterans. But, hey, if the young guys are in there, I'm going to root for the young guys. And you will just want to see them improve and get better week to week. And Flacco does get the ball out quick. But, man, even if the young guys are in, like, hey, you're struggling today? Shit, I'm bringing in the vet, because the vets are always ready, and those guys are used to having to come in when people go down or fill in the spot. So if anybody's struggling, I definitely would put them in, because it does look like the Bengals are going to go with Rivers and Fairchild this week at the guard spots. And, hey, maybe they'll surprise us and have their best week yet, and it'll be interesting.
I hope so.
I do think holistically our offensive line is playing a lot better. I know Flacco is getting the ball out fast. We played 2 of the better defense.
I mean, we're playing better last game
or
last 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, Green Bay, I thought we looked better, especially the second half too.
Yeah.
Really, the whole Green Bay game I thought looked better when I clipped
that.
Up.
The other thing I was going to ask is, does Orlando Brown, does he look like he plays better when it was Risner next to him?
He did to me the last 2 weeks. I thought he looked a lot better. That's
it's not just the left guard that you're worried about. When you put that left guard there, it's also your left tackle, And I know Orlando Brown's Jr., his play's been kind of slacking off. So it'd be nice to have that veteran in there next to him that have his back, and then they can work as a team. Where with Fairchild, it's still a learning process, I guess.
Yeah.
Not to say I hate Dylan Fairchild. That was my pick, man, and I still think he's going to work out. I'm just like trying to get back to 500 going into having Chicago come,
And to be fair to Fairchild, he was playing good football. Like I remember he graded out poorly in that game, but when I clipped that up, how much of that was after his injury, his bad plays. Like he played pretty well. So I kind of get like, hey, that guy's playing good football, so we'll see, right? I just kind of like riding the hot hand a little bit, I guess.
I feel you. Same way.
Yeah.
But we ain't the Bengals. That's for damn sure.
Um,
Or we'd be talking about, like you said, Jihad Campbell, Nick Manmore, or some shit like that.
It is a little bit of a copycat league in terms of like how you handle your personnel. So if you remember 2 years ago, and Dale, probably you do a lot, like Kansas City threw all their rookies out there. Wasn't like pretty much 3/4 of their defensive backfield was rookies.
And kind of burned through their confidence.
Yeah.
But a lot of it was at tackle, and I feel like maybe guard maybe is a little easier. Like tackles on an island is tough as a rookie.
Yeah.
Even more.
I do like the idea if these guys can ramp up and we stay afloat. Burrow returns. I love young legs going into a playoff run. I really do. The younger, the better, I think. Maybe inexperience, but the younger you and the more balance you have in your step. Like, look how much the Steelers defense fell off towards the end of last year with all those veterans. Like, Watt did nothing down the stretch, right? So I like the idea of getting these guys experience, but it's always going to be a dicey game that you play because, like, yeah, you kind of want to ride the hot hand too and go get W's. So I don't know. It's kind of a decision that they're going with. It's pretty clear they want to get the young guys in and play them and see where it goes.
I think the story of this game, though, is it's more a get-right game. One way or the other, it's going to happen. Either the Jets' offense feels like they're going to get right because they're playing one of the worst defenses statistically in the NFL and the Bengals defense, or does the Bengals defense get right because the Jets are one of the worst offensive teams, if not the worst offensive team in the NFL statistically this season.
Yeah, it's probably a get-right game. It's just that, like, who's it going to be get right for?
Yep. Exactly. I think that's the biggest key.
Yeah. I think the Jets are so putrid on offense that our defense can play really well and it not be a get-right game.
I mean, that's fair, but a game that you at least look better on the following week in the stat column, of where you rank.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's something to be said of gaining confidence through shutting somebody down. What I'm looking out for our defense is to create pressure. If we start to create pressure with Stewart, and it looks like Trey's still going to be kind of a game time decision, he may sit again this week. Who knows? But if we can see some pressures from other guys, I would really be excited about that.
I would love to see that, Stewart, Osai, Hendrickson, Murphy, NASCAR package that just creates some havoc on third downs and gets after it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's one of the things I would love to see this week, along with you talking about getting pressure. I think that would be a fun package. And it sounds like Cam Sample is not going to play, probably going to be doubtful according to Zach. So I wonder if they're going to, bring Cedric Johnson back. I know they have a 21-day window that they opened up this week, but I like Ced. You'd obviously have to make another move to get him on the 53. I don't know what that would quite be, but what are your thoughts on Cedric Johnson? Do you guys think they bring him up? Or do they just elevate another? If Cam Sample's down, do they elevate Isaiah Foskey again from the practice squad this week?
I don't know, man. I'd like to see McKinley Jackson out there. I like the guy. I know he's only flashy or whatever.
What the hell does that have to do with the edge pass rushers?
What'd you just say?
Jesus
Cedric
Christ.
Johnson.
Cedric Johnson.
Yeah, like edge, because Cam Sample's probably not playing, and he's been active at the edge.
I don't know, man. When it comes to those, to tell you those two guys are on the field so little, I don't really have an opinion on which one I'd rather see out there, to be honest.
Yeah, I guess the hope is with Stewart back, you see more snaps from Stewart, Murphy, Osai, and Hendrickson as your four, and you don't really need a fifth anyways, right? Hopefully.
Yeah. Just thinking back to the McKinley Jackson thing, man. What the fuck?
Well, it would be interesting if they put McKinley Jackson on the edge and said, go rush that passer.
Well, he can do it from the middle. Might as well put him at the edge and just see what we got, you know?
Let's drop McKinley Jackson in coverage.
Yes,
Ooh.
that's what we need. McKinley
Yeah.
Jackson, pick six. He drops in coverage,
Yeah.
shuts down a wide receiver coming across the middle, or a tight end, a Mason Taylor if he plays, because that's one of Chop's guys that the Jets have.
That is one of my guys.
If he
One of
does
my-
play, I expect
nephews.
with Wilson out, I expect they try to get him going. You know, if Taylor's in there, I know he's been on the injury report as
I
well.
got to tell you,
this week.
that's the keys to success for the victory. I hope you told that podcast over there, get the ball to Mason Taylor. If the Jets,
I didn't tell him. Why would I give them that?
Yeah,
information?
I'm just wondering if they know that's the way to win is give the ball to Mason Taylor. Like when your back's against the wall and you're undefeated, man, give that ball to an LSU guy and see what happens.
Yeah, so key matchups. Let's get into that. We're about 30 minutes in. We'll do some key matchups. We'll still do our NFL picks here today. Key matchups. Who wants to kick it off?
Well, I'll go. Key matchup. I'll go offensive line against the defensive line. You know, Quinn Williams, he's still playing pretty well and all that. I was going to do a wide receiver. I was going to do Sauce Gardner against Chase, but Sauce ain't playing and all that. So let's go the whole defensive line against the offensive line. Fairchild, they think of highly of Fairchild. Okay, he's going to be put to the test here against Quinn Williams and that decent defensive line the Jets have. So that'll be a key matchup. But Kate, always keep your quarterback on his feet.
Yeah, I say even more to like Juwan Briggs from Cincinnati. He has 2 sacks. He's playing next to Quentin Williams. I'm sure you remember Juwan Briggs. Everybody wanted him, and hey, that worked out. They made a trade for him, and he's playing some good football right now. Basically, them 2 versus the 3 interior O linemen to narrow that down specifically, Greg, I think would be key. They got some good tackles, Armand Membu that they drafted, Olu Fashanu. So those are high first-round picks, our edges. So, yeah, I do think that's a good matchup. That's a good one, Greg. Dustin?
Yeah, I'm going to go our tackles against their edges. So, you know, Will McDonald up against OBJ and Jermaine Johnson against Mims. Like, love to see those 2 go, all 4 go to war. Will McDonald, a guy out of Iowa State that a lot of people were high on, and he kind of like disappeared a little bit, then he's kind of reappeared, and he's playing pretty decent ball. And then Jermaine Johnson has always been a dude that just is kind of like disruptive. He makes plays. He's kind of like a playmaker. So that's going to be a fun matchup to watch on that end of things. I think our defense against their offense, it's going to be really interesting. Like I'm looking out for us to be able to generate more pressure. So I'm looking forward to like the Fashanu, the Membu matchups against our edge players, just to kind of see if we can get off on those guys and make some plays. So those are kind of like my key matchups.
Do you like getting off on guys? You said to see if we can get off on those guys.
I mean, you know, if it leads to a sack, yeah.
They do work.
I mean, there's usually a sack involved when
Your sack.
Actually, so whoever like used the term sack, was that like the horniest guy in the planet Earth that just called the quarterback like tackling him in the backfield?
I think it's like you got teabagged. Like it's like that's what it's meant to be. Like fuck, I teabagged you. But say that. So
put my nuts on your face, quarterback.
Basically, it means I put my nuts on your face. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they can't say teabag on national
What if it was teabagged? The quarterback got teabagged 8 times.
Trey Henderson leads the league in teabags.
Yeah, Trey Henderson
once
teabagged 17 and a half times.
17 and a half teabags.
17 and a half teabags.
I think we should
just touch one ball.
I think we should start referring to that. I would like to see Miles Murphy get more tea bags. I would like to see Shamar Stewart get some tea bags.
Hey,
Joseph Osai,
bag up the middle again. That'd be nice.
Yeah, could BJ Hill get any tea bags?
D Knight could use some tea bags on that blitz, right?
Oh yeah, they put him on the line. You know, let
everybody on the defense tea bag fucking either Justin Fields or Tyrod Taylor, whoever the fuck's going to start.
Yeah, they're still not saying.
They're not
going to tell anyone.
I thought there were rules in the NFL, like at a certain time you have to disclose like injuries and who's playing and who's not.
I mean, what's it matter? Because you could bench a guy and put another guy in after one play. You know what I mean? You can do whatever.
Sure.
Who gives a shit?
That's true. Yeah.
Like, honestly, who cares? You still got to stop whoever's out there. And honestly, Tyrod Taylor and Justin Fields, this will probably come back to bite me, but neither of them scare me going into the game. Now, mobile quarterbacks, yeah, that's something that I still always worry about, but we should win this game. We should teabag the fuck out of them.
I'm with David. T needs to get a teabag post-touchdown celebration where he goes in the end zone and just teabags.
Yeah, just teabags to the ground.
They owe him a touchdown catch from the one that they missed.
Yeah, they do.
When he had his toes down. Ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Listen,
and they slid down on one, so.
Mm-hmm.
My matchup for this game is Chase Brown versus the defense because, bro, you had more yards in the last game than you had the previous 6. And so I just want to see some more of that. And it's not like, I mean, you had 108 yards this last game. So let's do another 100-yard game and show us that this running game's back. You know, that's what I want to see. The running game was non-existent. I'm pretty sure that stat's right. Like, I just made that shit up, but he probably did have more yards in the last game than he had in the previous 6 games. Is that true?
Combined? I don't know if he combined, but it was probably couldn't be too far off because he was
averaging
nothing.
like at one point 0.3 yards, 0.3 fucking yards per carry he was averaging at one point. So that's my matchup, man. Chase Brown, get out there, and you were on Good Morning Football this morning. You got me all excited watching you. So go out there and let's dominate. Let's get the fucking run game, man. It'll help old man Flacco out.
Yeah. Hey, Chase Brown. Chase Brown, hey.
Chase Brown, hey. It's Chase Brown, don't you know?
Yeah. Chase Brown, once you
get them hard yards, don't you know?
Hey. I'd like to get over 100, hey.
Don't be sorry, eh?
He's going to bring you some poutine and fries.
Yeah.
No, I do
I'm sorry, eh?
Yeah.
I do like that as a matchup, Chop, because when you're going against pass rushers like the Jets have, you kind of want to keep them on their toes.
Yeah.
Any offensive lineman, the best friend that they have is a running game. So these guys can't just pin their ears back.
You lied, Chop. He has 310 on the season. He had like 109 last week, so he had like 200 prior.
Well, it's close.
Yeah. He had a third
of
his total rushing for the season in one game last week.
I've exaggerated.
A little exaggerated. Just a little. But I'm going the opposite. So my key matchup is the opposite. It's Breece Hall versus our defense. We're just missing tackles. We let Jalen Warren go off. I think being able to stop him. I had 3 key players this week on my Cincy Jungle article. Demetrius Knight was one of them. You know, I could have said Barrett Carter. It's the missing the tackles. It's this, that, and the other. It's him and in that running game, not letting explosives in the run game hurt them. So being able to shut down Breece Hall and our defense and our linebackers is probably my key matchup. Yeah, up front, TJ Slayton, those guys too. But the linebackers, a lot of the stuff, you know, a lot of the big runs, the linebackers could have made plays after a 3-yard gain or a 4-yard gain, and instead it goes for 40, you know, because they missed a tackle, especially Knight. He had 4 missed tackles last game. It's got to be better. So that's why I specifically pointed him out. Chase Brown was another one in that article, Chop. So you saying that. Their run game, like I said, it was 23 prior to last week. It's 22 now when I look. But 22nd run defense, run the ball on them. You know, I wrote that before Sauce was out, but I think that's definitely a key there is beating those guys. And I think I put DJ Turner might have been the third guy just because it's like, man, this guy's balling out.
Hell yeah.
So it's like, keep that up. Get another pick. Get another game-changing play, the ball back to the offense. Maybe a Juan Drago pick 6. Could we get that?
Oh, my God. How nice would that be?
That'd be awesome, man.
Yeah.
But no, speaking of which, also corners, Cam Taylor-Britt, you know, it seems like Zach Taylor had positive things to say about him also, too. So, you know, do you think he's going to be active, Dale, or –
yeah, we talked about this. You must have had too much meat in your mouth.
But, yeah, I had the chicken wings. I had to deal with my day.
This guy had so much meat in his mouth he couldn't think straight. Yeah, I do. It sounded like he was going to be active and he was getting some reps on special teams. So, I mean, I think he's going to be active. Now, how many snaps he gets at corner, who knows? But hey, being able to do some special team stuff, you know, he's got the speed and make some plays there, if nothing else. And I think he'll get in there. He'll get in there for some snaps. If he's playing well, they might ride that hot hand. I don't think anybody impressed when he was out last week for his spot, if we're being honest. You know what I mean? I don't think Josh Newton's impressed this season. I don't think Marco Wilson's impressed. Limited snaps. DJ Ivy had a couple plays here or there, but I don't think they have full faith in him. I think there's a world, and we'll see, right? Like, there's a lot of times we probably won't. We'll have 3 linebackers, and that's the thing. Like, Logan Wilson, good chance he's getting a lot of snaps this week. And another reason I don't like that trade request, because we're going to try to stop the run. Are we not? Are we not going to have 3 linebackers in there a lot? And guess what? If we have 3 linebackers in there, Logan Wilson, you were going to be one of them. Now is it going to be Oren Burks over Logan Wilson because of the trade request? We'll find out on Sunday.
I hope he doesn't come out with that C on his chest. Look, I love Logan Wilson, but after that, please God, Bengals, don't let this guy come out with the Captain Patch. I mean,
we'll see. And he hasn't said anything publicly. You know, this is all whatever. I'm sure he did. Obviously, requested the trade. We trust our media guys, let alone the others like Ben Baby, Paul Daner confirmed it. Like all these guys, they don't just toss shit out. Especially Daner, I trust a lot because he's not a clickbait type of guy just to toss shit out ever. So, like he said, I can confirm he requested a trade. He definitely requested a trade. But
yeah.
Elephant asked, "Who we got in the World Series?" Well, I guess Canada, eh? I guess we're going with Canada, Toronto, because I can't root for the Dodgers.
Nah, but it's probably going to be the Dodgers. But yeah, I'll root for the.
I mean, yeah, if I had to put money on it, I'd pick the Dodgers. But
I gotta tell you, I gotta go with the Dodgers because I fucking don't like Canada because of Roman Suter, man. Fuck that guy. He's Canadian. Like that's my experience with Canada is fucking Roman. Fuck him. So I apologize to every other Canadian and Chase Brown, but Roman fucked it up for you.
Anything else on this game before we get into picks around the NFL?
One of the comments from Duke Sub in the offseason is, we have to have the ability to stop the run better so we can get into more pass rush situations like the 3rd and 8, 39s. We just haven't done that this year. Like we have not been good at stopping the run again. So that's something that we need to start seeing progress from. I mean,
Dustin, we haven't been good at stopping.
What?
We haven't been good at stopping our defense.
Yeah, I'm just kind of pinpointing
right
specifically what he focused on as like a talk track,
Oh yeah.
It's kind of interesting. I mean, the defense is kind of like I feel like Golden is still trying to figure out his way too. Yeah. Like we're probably the lowest blitzing team in the NFL, and I think he doesn't want to expose our backfield because he's worried about them. So we're dropping a lot of guys in coverage, but one of the core focuses that we had going into this year is stopping the run, and we're not doing a good job of that. Our missed tackle rate percentage or whatever, I think it's like the highest in the NFL.
Yeah, by far. We're at 15. The next one's like 10 or 11.
Yeah. So that stuff, I would have thought at a bare, it's like almost like a duplicate of Francona coming to the Reds, and we thought we'd play better defense and run the bases better or like whatever, and we didn't. I just thought like the core fundamentals like we would be better at, and it just kind of hasn't reached my expectations. I've been a little bit let down by Golden's defense, but there's still time. So a little bit of a leash there. But with us entering into this week, what is it, week 8? Like, want to definitely start seeing some progress for sure. Yeah. At the very minimal, better tackling, being in position, stopping the run, and being able to get a little bit of pressure.
Yep.
All the boys are over 500 now. Had to add in the Monday games there real quick. Dustin is at 16-13 over the 2 weeks of us making our picks. Pork Chop is 17-12. Greg had a terrible week 1, but he bounced back with a good week. He is now above 500 at 15-14 on his picks. And then there's me. I'm 23-6. 23-6. This is embarrassing. You guys are getting smoked. If you guys don't fucking step your game up, this is honestly embarrassing.
This is another example where you let the special kid win.
You're the Ohio State of
yeah, you're the Ohio State.
Wow.
Right.
Wow. Okay. All right.
You're doing good, Dale.
Yeah.
No, you're doing really good, Dale.
Thank you. You're not allowed to do that. We're canceled. You just got me canceled. You set me up for it, and I did it. I couldn't resist. I've had rum. I apologize.
It's Friday. I forgot about the rum. I got to work, so it's not like Friday. I don't even realize.
Hey, no, what's Dale, what's that song by Rebecca Black? It's Friday.
It's Friday.
It had didn't it have like her YouTube record for most dislikes of all time or something?
It's Friday.
All right. Moving on. Los Angeles Chargers beat the brakes off Minnesota last night. 3 of us had that right. It was me, Chop, and Greg. Dustin went with Minnesota. So Dustin starting 0-1. The 3 of us are starting the week 1-0.
That's right. That's how I do it.
First game up.
I was going to say, last night's game, can we stop calling Kevin O'Connell the QB whisperer and just say Sam Darnold is actually just a really damn good quarterback?
Well, I got to tell you, it doesn't matter because fucking Wentz is deaf as fuck. You can whisper, you can yell. It ain't happening, man.
And JJ McCarthy was horrible. He had that good second half in the first game of the season. They've been freaking massaging that ankle injury for like weeks now.
Yeah,
it feels like he's moving around pretty well to me. There's some weird stuff going on up in Minnesota.
I know. Like, he's on the sideline as the emergency quarterback, but he can't play. And meanwhile, you got Wentz out there. His left arm, he can't even hardly fucking move it. It's like a dead fish.
Yeah.
Damn, Grip called you a greaser, man. He asked if you were going as Pony Boy for
went to the gym and got out of the shower.
Hey, Golden.
No, I'm going to the bar tonight getting fucked up because I had a long week at work and I need it.
I'm going to be at my house getting fucked up tonight.
I'm going to go to work and
get fucked up.
No, I'll be.
Don't get fucked up.
I could accidentally slip one of them shots into my arm. Like, whoopsie.
Yeah. Purcell asked, who's your favorite NBA? The Cavs, and they lost to the Knicks. That was a rough one. Cavs had like 3 guys out, but the Knicks had some guys out too. But it's 1 game out of 82, whatever. Cavs, see how they do in the playoffs. But that's my squad. I stick with them.
My squad
I don't think
is the Cincinnati Royals.
Yeah.
I love Cincinnati Royals.
I mean, no. I used to be any team LeBron played for and all that and stuff. And I don't know. It's just, I guess you could say the Pacers because I've been to a couple of Pacers games. So I'll go. And I was a big Reggie Miller fan also growing up as a kid. So
he's the Pacers because they literally was in the finals and beat.
They were this close to beating Jordan. They were this close,
and Purcell's an OKC fan, so his team beat your team. So suck it, Greg. But then your team beat my team, so suck it down.
Suck it down.
Hey, just
you
so
got
you
an
know,
NBA team, Dustin, or you don't give a shit.
Are you a Jazz fan?
The Cavs.
Cavs.
But did you guys see Wemby cross the?
Oh, dude, I watched a little of that game, and I'm just like, this guy is a freak.
What up?
Like,
and
what are you on him, man? 7'4", crossing people up, hitting long threes, like blocking everything. He is like a cheat, he's a creative player.
Well, guys, speaking of NBA, the NBA kind of in deep shit right now with the whole Chauncey Billups scandal?
David Jones, who was on the Cavs staff, he was on the Cavs team and staff with LeBron and Terry Rozier, who was just in the NBA not too long ago with like the Heat and some different teams. They're in some shit, boys.
Yeah, it's not great because I think this is just the tip of the iceberg. I think there's a lot of other players more.
Well, and it's not the first time like they had it with the Tim Donaghy and all this. It's like the NBA corrupt as hell, man. 82 games too long, man. These guys are like, we're bored.
Why are you gambling your money away? Why? What is the point of doing it? I'm going to vent right here. Why? You have millions of dollars. Seriously? Come on.
All right, guys, we got to lock in on these picks, especially for Chop because Chop's got to go to work.
I have to go to work.
So we got Miami at Atlanta. I went with Atlanta. Atlanta's at home. They bounced back. I didn't go with the Dirty Birds last week. I'm going with them this week. Plus, Miami's a shit show. So Atlanta for me.
Yeah, I'll also take Atlanta. And Miami is a shit show. Jesus Christ, man. That division, Jesus, man. I mean, New England's coming up in it, but
why are we having this discussion? Atlanta.
I will go with Atlanta, but I think I was high on Michael Penix at one point. I'm getting a little Tua-ish vibes from him now. I'll go with Atlanta, but
everybody went Atlanta.
Yeah,
Atlanta.
It's getting cold down here. Like I don't like this cold weather. Like I'll be down here like looking like an Eskimo, brother.
Right.
You all shriveled up.
I know.
Yeah.
You won't be able
It's
to see.
actually inside me right now.
Yeah, you got an innie.
Yeah.
Looks like
You
a belly,
got the metal
like a
chair.
belly button.
Oh, hey, Dale, just so you know, at 4:30, I got to go feed the dog at my parents' house.
Okay, well, we got 10 minutes to get these picks in. If not, you're going to have to fucking get over it and wait a few more minutes.
That's right.
It's
The dog
fine.
be fed at
The-
fucking 32.
And feeding the dog's not putting peanut butter on yourself, Greg.
It is. It's Scooby
Damn
snack.
it, Greg. New York Jets at Cincinnati Bengals is game number 2. I'm going with the Bengals just on paper. Like, plus, I got to go with the Bengals anyways.
Bengals. Who day?
Bengals.
Yeah, Bengals. I almost.
Oh, Chop. You'd win against us last week. And
I
we
know.
won. Well, if we
Damn
lose,
it,
we know
Chop.
who to blame. We know who to blame if we lose, but
Yeah, Greg, because
Chop is
he
a
also
spy.
picked Bengals.
No, I said tie, then Bengals.
the
Well, you
Cleveland
said
shit
Bengals,
shows.
Greg. So look, I got one too, motherfucker. Here.
The Cleveland Saints versus the New England Patriots. I'm going with the Patriots because Drake May's playing some good football. It's in New England. I don't think Dylan Gabriel's that good.
I
They
did
had
hear
1
somebody
week. They
say
played
that,
Miami. You beat Miami. Whoop-de-doo.
I heard somebody say that Drake May's been doing really good. He's on fire, and that Cleveland's weakness is their passing defense. And let's not forget who Drake May's throwing the ball to. Who is it?
Keishawn Butte?
Oh, where's he from?
He went to LSU. Took him a
Fucking
while.
New England
Took him
all
a
the way,
while.
baby.
All right, Greg,
I said New England.
Dustin.
I'm gonna go Cleveland.
That's why you're not winning.
I know, but
No.
you want to hear an interesting stat?
One of these
So-
weeks, though, there's going to be some upsets, and Dustin's going to have them.
That's what's like. I don't want to be competitive with the record, but part of me is just like I don't want to go and pick every winner or every favorite too. You know?
You don't want to pick the winner.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to pick the favorite, but so teams that didn't make the playoffs the year before, and the following year that have been on a 4-game winning streak, they're 1-8 since 2022 coming out of that 4-game win streak. If they didn't make the playoffs,
Where the fuck
year,
you
so.
find a stat like that?
I heard it on Part of My Take.
Dustin, do you just have every show? Do you have like 50 radios at your house or something? Where the hell you're at?
Man, he already showed us a picture of himself watching college football, Greg. Do you expect any different? I saw
Multiple laptops,
Right.
TV. Like
Yeah.
this guy, he's
TVs,
watching
laptops.
18
You
games
guys-
at once.
You guys will be crying in July when there's no football and you're going to miss it. And you're going to be mad that you didn't watch multiple games at once.
Yeah.
So don't come crying to me in the middle of summer.
Oh,
You're
no,
fucking-
I'm with you. I'm with you. These
Yeah,
guys can cry, not me.
I almost
I'm with
sprained my eyes trying to watch that much TV at the same time.
Well, I don't really. I just have it there
Yeah.
for comfort. I'm
He
not
was
like,
like, I'm going to take a picture. Bring me another laptop. He's calling all his friends. Bring me a laptop.
well,
All right, next game. The New York Giants at Philadelphia. I'm going Philly. I'm a front runner. Hey, there's a reason I'm 23-6. Favorites are winning a lot in the NFL.
I'm going upset.
Upset.
and
I'm
Going
gonna go
upset,
Giants.
man. I think Scattaboo's on fire, and I think Jackson Dart comes out to prove a point that last week against the Broncos. I think their defense is going to come out on fire. It's kind of like a trap game. It's interdivisional, so it's always going to be competitive, and I'm going to take the Giants on this one.
I wanted to, but they hurt me last week against Denver, Chop.
Yeah,
Me and
I
you
know.
picked them,
I
and they
hear you.
hurt me. So that's the reason I went Philly as well. Dustin?
I'm going Giants 6-0. I got to gain a game up on you. I can't agree with you on everything, buddy.
That's fair.
I'm going Philly. They get Jalen quarterback from the last game when they didn't play against the Giants and Quinyon Mitchell. They're going to want to extract some revenge on New York. So I'm going Philly.
Buffalo at Carolina. Obviously, go Dildos. I'm picking the Bills.
I'm also picking Carolina on this one, so I'll take 2 upsets. Carolina's been playing really good. They got a good running game.
in Carolina.
Grilled cheese is
Grilled
gonna be
cheese
the
is
quarterback.
starting. I'm going Carolina.
So I'm going to pick Carolina with this one too.
Me too.
God, I would like to know what Buffalo is out of the bye. I'm going to stick with Buffalo. But I think that game will be close. I think it actually might be one of the more entertaining games of the slot.
Buffalo got fucking run over their last game.
Well, their defense sucks, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
The rare upset I picked, Chicago at Baltimore. I'm picking my Chicago Bears, so they probably have no chance.
The Bears. I'm gonna go with Baltimore.
Yeah.
Baltimore.
Smart money's on Baltimore, but I was literally like, you know what?
Why is
I
this
gotta
smart
pick my
money on
Bears.
Baltimore? Because Lamar's coming back or whatever.
Lamar's
First game
back.
off
They're
an
at
injury?
home. It's like a must-win for them. You would expect them to find a way to win, but man, I want Chicago to win.
You know what? I'll fucking pick Chicago because fuck Baltimore. Look, we're about to create a big gap, or I'm going to close the gap here, Dale. I'm going to close your gap.
Well, I did pick Chicago. You're not closing the gap.
Oh, well,
If
I'm
you
also
pick Chicago-
picking. Well, the other two, the previous two, then I'm picking Chicago.
I'm surprised by the line though. It's Baltimore laying 7.5. Like I thought that would be a closer spread.
So they expect Baltimore to win?
Yeah, 7.5 favorites. So I'm kind of surprised by that.
I mean, Baltimore fucking Lamar could like chop off one leg and they'll still like be wanting to win games. I mean, the media will be picking them to win games. It's ridiculous.
San Francisco at Houston. So Houston's at home. I think they play better at home. I'm still picking San Francisco. Apparently, I said I want 2 upsets. I imagine Houston's a favorite in that, but I don't have I just have the games. That's all I have.
Dale, I'm going to gain up. I'm going to go up your ass so much this week. I'm coming close to your ass. I'm coming on you, buddy.
Hey-o.
Got weird even for
They give Bengals a bruise after dark.
Yeah.
I mean, this one's a tough one for me. I'm going to take I feel like I want to take San Francisco. Is it Brock Purdy or Mac Jones?
Mac.
Does it matter?
Well, I mean, Mac Jones, has he been? No.
He's been balling.
I don't guess it matters. I'm going to take 49ers. I'm going to take Christian McCaffrey. That's who I'm taking.
Houston is actually favored by 2.5 points.
Are they really?
Yeah, well,
But
it's
if that's
basically a
at home,
coin
you
flip
get
because they're
3.
at home.
Yeah.
And you get 3 for being home, which means they're the underdog.
Yeah, exactly. Houston. I'm going to take them.
All right. Tampa Bay at New Orleans. I'm taking Tampa Bay. I think Baker bounces back. He had his worst game of the year, but I think he'll win.
Did you see
Dale,
the interview
this is where
that Baker Mayfield did when they asked him about Tampa Bay? I mean, when they asked him about the New Orleans, and he was like talking about how they play dirty, how every time they meet up, they play dirty. He's not looking forward to the matchup because of that. But Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield's one of the front runners for the MVP this year.
Tampa.
All right, Dustin.
I'm going to go New Orleans. I think
Ooh.
Tampa's always kind of traditionally struggled against them.
Yeah, interdivisional games, man. They're always like you can't a divisional game like that. You cannot count out.
And losing Mike Evans is a big deal. And Baker didn't play that well last week.
No, he played. He did not play well at all.
Yeah.
What's the status of that? The receiver from Ohio State.
No, he was fine. He played last week. I thought he was out.
Okay.
That was my bad. Yeah, he played. It just didn't matter.
He played. He does look like it's kind of like he's not like 100%, but he played. You know,
What's it, Mika Membuka or something? Is his
Yeah,
name?
Mecca Buka. Tess Johnson's look good though. I expect him to continue to play well. Dallas at Denver. I'm going Dallas. I'm sure Denver's favored in Denver, and it's tough to play there. But Dallas offensively is fun to watch right now.
I mean, if Dallas's weakness was their offense, maybe I would pick that against Denver. But their weakness is their defense, so I'm going to pick also Dallas.
I'm going to go Dallas.
I am going to go Dallas. They're actually getting some guys back on defense too.
Man, there ain't no way in hell. Denver's definitely going to win that game. It would be nice for us because Denver's, AFC team.
Right.
Yeah.
I hope it happens, but
I fucking hate the Cowboys, though, too.
all of us picking Dallas and probably an upset, even though I know Dallas playing good football, but it's still got to be an upset at Denver or a coin flip game. Do you have that, Dustin, the point spread?
Man, I hope all of us picking Dallas makes them lose for sure, man. Fuck you,
Yeah,
Dallas.
it's pretty much coin flip. Denver 3.5. Yeah.
So Denver by like a point, and that's probably how it'll turn out. But we all pick Dallas.
The over-under is the highest of the weekend. It's 50.5. So that. Yeah.
That'd be a fun game, like a fun 425 game.
Yep.
It could be the big game. I don't know. Green Bay and Pittsburgh's coming up, but the next one is Tennessee and Indianapolis. You got to go Danny Dimes. I picked against him last week because I thought Lou, but Danny Dimes just too good, even for Lou to lose.
It's true.
Danny Dimes may be the MVP.
Vanilla Vic. That's who I'm going with. Your Danny Dimes is my Vanilla Vic. And Indy, I don't know, man. since Peyton Manning, I've never really considered Indy to even be there. It's like I forget that they're even there. But
They got Andrew Luck.
I know, but like this dude, it was just like he just got teabagged all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Just constantly getting teabagged. I mean,
Greg?
if you turn it on, you're just watching the guy get teabagged nonstop. So, but a beautiful place to play to watch a game, though. But yeah,
Greg?
Greg.
What were my options again? I got lost in Chop story.
Indy. You're picking Indy.
Oh, Andy. Yeah, for my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
he said, "What's this?" Dustin said, "You're picking."
It's Tennessee. Tennessee looks very, very bad
Oh,
right
come
now.
on, man. I mean, why would we have that discussion?
I will say what the kind of funny dialogue after Callahan got fired. They were kind of talking about like the pace of practice has been a lot better since he's left and stuff like that.
Has it?
I haven't heard any rumors of him circulating around the Bengals facility. So I think
No,
that
thank
whole
you.
thing
No
kind of
shade on Callahan.
out
but
the
no-
window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like after you guys watch this shit better than I do, with the trained eye, but like I feel like the offense opened way more after Callahan left and Pitcher took over. I felt like Jamar Chase was used a lot different. Like he was spread out every fucking where, including running back.
Yeah.
So I'm not interested in a revisit with Brian Callahan, and that ain't no shade on him. I appreciate what he did, but I just felt like our offense took a big fucking step up when Pitcher took over.
I think Callahan could be a really good quarterback coach. I think that's his ceiling.
Yeah. That's probably, if he wants to stay in the league, where he should go. Just take a quarterback coach job next. But somebody will probably offer him an O coordinator job. It wouldn't
Probably
surprise me.
Yeah,
And
somebody
it'll
will.
probably be because of Joe Burrow and Peyton Manning in the past,
Yeah.
when he was a quarterback coach.
Yeah.
But he should be a quarterback coach. Dustin, did you go Tennessee?
Hell no.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't figure you did.
We need that type of upset in the NFL, though.
Yeah.
There's way too many favorites winning. We
I
need
know.
like a shocker. You know what I mean?
Do we though? Because I like being able to say I'm 23-6 the last 2
Right.
weeks on my picks. Like,
Yeah, would you stop sucking on yourself, bro?
Listen,
Nope.
Sometimes
I will never stop sucking on myself.
I want a insane witching hour. Whatever. If it's not an upset, I want one of those like 4:25 when the sun's setting. It's like 7:00 at night or whatever. I want like where that all the craziness breaks out with these 4:00 games. That shit's fun.
Green Bay at Pittsburgh. We got 2 games left. Green Bay at Pittsburgh is the Sunday night game. I'm going Pittsburgh. They're at home. I think they pull it out. Green Bay hasn't impressed me. I know Pittsburgh's defense sucks, but at the same point in time, Green Bay hasn't impressed me on offense or defense with all the receiver injuries on offense. And their defense, I think, gives up a lot. And I think Pittsburgh will score a lot of points and get a big win here. They
You
need
think
it.
it'll be because Aaron Rodgers airs the ball out, gets a lot of yards, and throws 2 or 3 touchdowns?
I think he'll do all that, but I think TJ Watt and the boys will play a little better, get some sacks on Jordan Love.
Well,
Play better
let me
than they
tell you
played
something,
against
Dale.
us.
I like the way
Not
you
everyone
talk.
has a Joe Flacco at quarterback. Poor
I
child.
know, but I like the way
Yeah.
you talk because my boy's out, so I had to go fishing for another quarterback. And you know what I thought? I thought, man, let me get somebody while my dude's out. Let me get a guy who's going to play his old team and be wanting to fucking prove a point. So I got
Yeah,
Aaron
I
Rodgers.
didn't even think about that part of it.
I got
Jeez,
Aaron
yeah.
Rodgers on my fantasy team, and they're not even playing at Green Bay. I think he would have been. The NFL fucked this up when they did the schedule. They should have had this fucking game.
Well, you can't. You can't.
You got
determine if
come
a
on,
team's
Aaron
home or
Rodgers
away.
going back to Green Bay. That's a fucking story, man. The
Yeah,
NFL
but you can't
fucked
take
up.
what's already on the schedule for a home game and
I-
say, "Now we're doing it on the road."
I don't know.
You got home and away opponents before the schedule
that's
comes
true.
out.
That's true.
Yeah.
I guess it went back to more than a year. But anyway, Aaron Rodgers, I
Pittsburgh.
think he can't make a point by handing the ball off. So I think he's going to air it out to Metcalf, and he's going to get in Freiermuth. And I think that Aaron Rodgers is going to have a good game, and I'll pick the Steelers to win. And I actually hope they lose, but still that Rodgers gets a fuck ton of.
Yeah, I hope they lose too. But I'm.
Yeah,
picking
I hope
them
they
to win.
lose.
Greg.
I hope they lose after Aaron Rodgers throws for 600 yards, gets 800 touchdowns, and they lose.
Go Pack, go.
All right, Dustin.
I'm gonna go. I don't know. I'm like kind of like unsure in this. Because
Yeah,
part of
it's
me
tough.
still does not believe this like Aaron Rodgers offense. Like I feel like it's gonna fall off at some point.
Well, and we saw their defense sucked. I mean, to be honest. Like,
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Green Bay. I feel like Green Bay is one of those teams that are gonna just continue to like kind of grind away and get better as the year goes on. I have not been impressed with them, but they're still super talented. So I feel like this might be a game that they kind of break out. And
well, their defense really could, right? If you think about it, like Parsons and all those guys could have big games and heat up Aaron Rodgers. And then if they kind of contain that offense.
Yeah. I'm going to
loving those guys can put up points on that. I did put Pittsburgh, but now I'm rethinking it. But I'm not going to change it. I'm sticking with Pittsburgh. Washington at Kansas City. I went with Kansas City. It's in Kansas City, and it's a Monday night game, and there's only one this week instead of two. Thank God, because I don't stay up watch those 10 o'clock start time games.
Jaden's out.
Jaden's out.
Yeah, no, that's why I got Rodgers.
So Kansas City or Washington?
Kansas City, as much as I don't want to say Kansas City's been kicked ass last week against the Raiders. I know it's the Raiders and all, but
I mean,
Rasheed Rice is back.
Marcus Mariota came in when Jaden Daniels initially went down with his hamstring. Marcus Mariota had to come in, and his one fucking play was a goddamn interception. It might have been a pick six.
Wait, am I high on crack? Did I just comment Kyle Pitts in the fucking chat? I did not. I did not write that, but it says Bengals and Bruce.
The hell?
Somebody
lost Derek in the chat.
Derek up in the chat. He's thinking about Kyle Pitts.
Like Derek? Is it Derek? He just says
won't
Kyle
be the first
Pitts.
time Derek thought about Kyle Pitts.
Like, and literally, yeah, he wanted Kyle Pitts over Jamar Chase and Panay Sewell.
Yeah, he did.
But that was the first game we talked about, and it's just Kyle Pitts.
You know, if my nephew was playing for the Commanders, I'd go ahead and pick them. But it's going to be the Chiefs. Come on, man.
Dustin,
were you calling Pittsburgh?
I don't give a shit.
Oh, are you just okay? I mean, I know you got a few screws loose, but
no, it's this fucking accent.
No, it's not. It's
accent.
not Pittsburgh, Ryan. It's not. It's not that part, Chris. It's how he says Steelers. He says with an I, Steelers.
Dale, you're in like Pittsburgh fandom country, aren't you? Where you are?
There's some around here, but we're everything, man. I don't know. I'm 2 hours away from Columbus. I'm 2 hours away from Cincinnati. I'm probably 4 or 5, 6 hours from Pittsburgh. I don't fucking.
Oh, okay.
Pittsburgh. That's what I should call it.
Right.
Pittsburgh.
The Steelers.
Yeah.
Who you picking? Washington, Kansas City. We'll let Chop and Greg out of here.
KC. They're 11.5-point favorites too in this game.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Well, I mean, I wonder if any of that's got to do with Jay Daniels. I mean, come on, even with Jay Daniels, like
they
this
look
guy's got to be
no receivers.
That's what I'm saying. There's no fucking there's nobody to even catch the ball.
Are you glad you gave Terry McLaurin that big ass contract?
I mean,
he's been.
I was glad at the time.
He hasn't played. Yeah. We'll see. I picked him up in fantasy. I need him to be good because I lost 3 straight after winning 4. But so score predictions. Greg, score prediction for the Bengals, then we'll let you out of here.
I've been pretty good, pretty decently good. It's going to be, I'm going to say a close game today just because it's been working. 31-29 Bengals.
Okay. All right, brother. Go take care of the dogs. See you, brother.
Me and Greg got the same number. I'm also going to go 31, but I'm going to go 31-10. I think our defense steps up against their shit offense, and hopefully it's a get-right game. Let's go 31-10, Cincinnati.
All right, brother. Go take your shit before work and don't work too hard. I love you, buddy.
Shower, shave, baby. Score prediction for me.
Hold on. Rumdell is activated. And I'm going to be on Jeff's show at 5:30. You know who else is going to be on Jeff's show at 5:30? Rashad Genty, former Bengals linebacker / edge rusher. Man, I never talked to Rashad. That could be fun. Fucking Rumdell I'll probably call him the wrong name. Who the hell am I going to call him? Like I did fucking Tyson Anderson, called him Dejon Anthony. Jesus Christ.
Did you see that video from Frosty Rucker? How like he was appreciating the Bengals and like their outreach and stuff like that. Like he was like standing on the side. Was it him? I think it was Frosty.
We had Frosty on here before with Shane, and he got mad because I had to cut off sleeves on. It was summertime. Like he's like, Doug, I put a shirt. He'd be happy now because I'm freezing down here. Frosty, you can come back on right now. Like I'm cold. It's cold down here.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's damn near November. It's like crazy how warm the weather
I mean,
is.
it's still like 60 out. I ain't gonna lie, but in the garage, it's really cold. You know what I mean?
If I was commissioner of all of football, I would move the season back a little bit. You know, imagine watching a game in like Ole Miss in September. Like that would not be fun. It's like 98 degrees and 90% humidity.
I might have to get gloves for Jeff Show. Like gloves. Might put on my Bengals. I might have to get the robe out.
Yeah, it's getting real cool down there, huh?
I have to get
yeah.
real warm up in this.
Yeah, I would say my score prediction 27-17 Bengals. Let's get back to 500 and then march on to the Bears. And then I don't know about you, but it's like getting that W last week. It kind of felt like the season actually has begun. Like we're so
needed it.
Yeah, it's like okay, like it feels like the season has now begun, like so to speak. Because
was bad for 4 weeks, and then like it just felt like, well, if we could get this win, but it was like, did we have any faith we're gonna? But Joe Flacco has revitalized us. We'll see. He could still turn into a pumpkin, right? Like that's kind of what I'm waiting on. Kind of like I'm not saying he's Carson Beck, but in college, like I keep having to move Carson Beck up, and like I talk so much shit about Carson Beck over the summer as a quarterback prospect for the NFL. I'm like. Every show is summer scouting. I'm like, Carson Beck sucks. Carson Beck sucks. Like, and part of it just became a joke, but he's playing good football. And then Louisville beats him. He has 4 interceptions. I'm like, he turned into a pumpkin. And I'm not saying Joe Flacco, obviously Super Bowl winner, this, that, and the other, but Joe Flacco in Cleveland, there's a reason he ain't been balling, in a consistent starter for 10 years, basically 8 years in the NFL.
Yeah.
But he's got weapons like Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. He's getting the ball out quick. And confidence, man, can build. And it can build team-wide. That's why I hope the defense gets right. I'm going 24-13. If our defense holds someone to 13, that would be great. And maybe the offense is a little bit down, but does enough. Maybe we're running the ball. We're grinding it. We're just like, hey, we're up. We're up a little bit.
Yeah.
We think we can get a win, and we do get it 24-13. I think it'll be an ugly game, and we'll be freaking out. We're letting the Jets hang in? No. The Jets are going to hang in there. It's the NFL. They got players too.
Yeah.
They don't have Sauce. They don't have Garrett Wilson, but I'm going 24-13. The Bengals still win, and here we go.
Yeah. I like it. Let's get that W and like I said, open up the season, give some hope. I mean, Flacco, just let's
4-4, baby. We be 500. It's a whole new season. You get back to 500.
Well, and like Pittsburgh loses on Sunday night too. I think we're pretty much like tied up in
half game or something like maybe.
So when you look around the AFC, like the AFC West is definitely the tightest division in the AFC right now. So hopefully those guys start to beat each other up. And just if Joe can get us to like, because I think we had one of the easiest schedules, quote unquote, of like records that we're playing in the second half of the season. Yeah. But it's hard to account for that because some of that was like with the Ravens record, and the Ravens are going to start to play better.
Yeah, so, we got them twice coming up. So,
and Pittsburgh,
those are going to be huge games. You got to split at worst.
Yes,
but you got to win. Like none of that matters if you don't win games like this, like the 0-7 Jets. You have to win this game.
That's where I'm saying win in the conference, win in the division. We're 2-0 in the division right now. That helps a lot. And then wherever, I don't know, we look at the timeline for Burrow, what he looks like. I think it's just like a path. Like Flacco can grind through and give us like 4 more wins or something like that. I would be like, you feel good about that. I think that
starts this week. I don't like looking ahead. I just don't like. I think we play the Jets, win by 1, win by 100. It doesn't matter. Get the win. You're back at 500, and then we'll talk about the Bears the following week.
But you know me. I was telling everybody at the beginning of the year, why are we overlooking Jacksonville?
Can't do it. No.
But I'm just like thinking as we're having the Flacco conversation, like, what can we get out of him, for the remainder of time?
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. I just, It's where I'm at. It's where I'm going to stay. Find a way to beat the Jets. It doesn't matter. Just find a way to beat the Jets. You're 4-4.
Mm-hmm.
Logan Wilson trade, this, that, Joe Burrow, Joe Flacco, Joe Mama. It doesn't matter. You got to beat the Jets. You got to do the damn thing. And we get back to 500, I'm going to be pretty damn happy. I got a bye week for my Buckeyes. Then we face Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
Buckeyes can't overlook Penn State, they looked a little better without Drew Aller and James Franklin. They still lost, but I don't know, man. Football's fun. I'm going to be watching a lot of college football tomorrow. Loving life. Then I'll be watching that Bengals versus Jets game.
Yeah, it's a decent slot of NFL games too. Like last week was kind of shoddy. I think
that's still not close to me. It's like that's maybe an hour. Athens, maybe an hour instead of 2 to Rome, but yeah, I guess that's relatively close.
Ohio Bobcats, our boy Navarro Parker.
Hey, I got that 740 area code, just like Athens, just like Joey B. But I'm gonna end this one. Be on Jeff's show at 5:30. Gonna go in and put on more layers of clothing. Apparently, I don't know what's wrong with me. When I was fat, I'm still fat. Don't get it twisted. When I was fat, I'll be down here butt ass naked in this cold weather. Now I get colder. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's gotten cold, man. It's gotten cold in the Midwest.
Yeah, Notre Dame. Will, shout out to Notre Dame and Jadarian Price. Shout out Will for putting Jadarian Price on my radar for running backs way back when I had an initial list, and I kind of had him like 4th round. He's a backup. Maybe he's he stays. He's a 27 draft guy instead of 26. He's so damn good. I have both Notre Dame running. Obviously, Jeremiah Love is a fucking freak show. Running back 1, but
hey, how about that?
Jadarian Price is my running back 2. I think he would be a stud anywhere else in college football, and he's that damn good. And what he provides in the return game and big plays, and maybe he's not quite running back 2, but I'm riding that high of how he's been playing lately. So I like Jadarian Price. He's my current running back 2. Maybe he goes back to school, but damn, that guy's good. Sorry.
Yeah,
give Will his love.
Kamani Vidal last night for the Chargers. 7th rounder from Troy.
Yeah, I mean,
6th round, excuse me.
I loved Kamani Vidal.
Yeah, you did.
But he balled out last night.
Yeah, over 100. Yep.
Yeah. I knew he balled out a couple games ago, and I was like, I picked him up in a couple fantasy teams. I don't know if I played him because I have like 5 on ESPN that I do for fun. And the only one I care about is the one that I always am the worst at. That's the Project Game Day one that we do. Yeah. I'm always the worst at that, man. But it's a 10-team league. I do 8-team leagues on ESPN. Everybody looks better when you got 18.
Rondé Gatson might be the best damn tight end in the NFL.
Dude, he's so I think I had a 3rd round grade. Where'd he go? 5th?
5th, yeah.
Yeah, I think I had a 3rd on him.
Yeah.
He's a former receiver turned tight end. He's so explosive as a pass catcher. And it was like, I don't even care if you can block. This dude has great ball skills coming out of Syracuse. Yeah. I'm not surprised he's balling out.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. Ball knowers know that was a hell of a pick by the Chargers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, brother.
All right, man. Thank you all for tuning in.